What is the relevance of RBI monetary policy? You must be hearing that RBI has increased the repo rate, reduced the repo rate, or they have become status quo, means they have not increased or decreased, they have kept the same repo rate. So what is the relevance of that? Let me decode that in 3 minutes. This monetary policy is very important. Mainly the RBI governor sets the repo rate in this and also gives a outlook of the economy. There are two terms in that, hawkish and dovish. Hawkish means he is not having a good outlook on the economy and he becomes like a hawk and he tells bad things and the market goes down because the investors are taking it negatively, the growth of the Indian economy. Other thing is dovish, means the governor is very positive on the economy, or at least he paints a good picture about our economy, and then the investors and the economists takes it as a positive thing and probably the market goes up. Now coming to repo rate, what is the relevance of this? Repo rate is the rate at which central bank, that is RBI in our case, lends money to the commercial banks like HDFC, SBI, ICICI, whatever, these financial institutions who lends money to us, wherein we borrow money at a rate, say RBI is lending at 5.5%, HDFC is lending that money which I borrowed from them at 8%, means 5.5 minus 8, they are getting a 2.5% spread, which is the profit by them. There are expenses in that, so maybe 1% expense goes, means then 1.5% is pure profit made by the bank. So RBI gets money from the reserve and gives money to the commercial bank. Commercial banks lends the money to me and I use that money for my various needs because I don't have my own money, so I borrow. Now, what is the relevance of this repo rate? If the inflation, the mehengai, is going up in an economy, so there is a lot of spending, there is a lot of jobs being created, the economy is going so fast, but mehengai is increasing. So normal people, say middle class, leave the middle class, but the poor people are unable to buy things. The tomato becomes costlier, the food becomes costlier, everything becomes costlier. So the government is appointed by these people for good governance, right? To make their life simpler. So what they do, the government instructs RBI or they discuss in between and tells that mehengai is too high, so you need to bring down the inflation. How to bring down the inflation? Spending is too much high, means there is a lot of liquidity in the economy. So to reduce the money supply in the economy, they will increase the interest rate. Rate increases, borrowing is too costly. So the borrowing reduces, means the money supply in the economy reduces and spending reduces and mehengai also comes down. So that is how they control the inflation. The vice versa also happens. If there is deflation, they reduces the interest rate. So more money can be borrowed at cheaper rates and this will boost the economy. It is to be noted that the businesses will prosper if the interest rates are lower. Means they borrow money at cheaper rate. So cheaper borrowing means their profitability increases because their cost of capital reduces, right? Because they don't have to pay much of the interest. That will be added to your profit. So that is why if the interest rates are cut, the market cheers and the market goes up. So now you know what is the relevance of RBI monetary policy and why you should be watching it out properly and hearing all the commentaries by the RBI governor. It is really important for your investment and your portfolio as well.